Hello and welcome to another gameplay experience from Should You Play It? My name is Caleb. Today we're going to be jumping into Cathy Rain 2 Soothsayer. This is developed by Clifftop Games and published by Raw Fury. They reached out and offered to sponsor this video. Thank you very much for that. In this point-and-click urban thriller down and out private eye, Cathy Rain will embark on her most dangerous case yet, the pursuit of the notorious serial killer known as the Soothsayer. Find clues, gather evidence, connect the dots, and confront the murderer before the hunter becomes the hunted. Now, if you're a fan of Raw Fury games, this is definitely one to check out because it is the sequel to the second ever game published by Raw Fury 9 years ago. You can jump straight into this one, but if you have experienced the first Cathy Rain game, then you'll get to enjoy a lot more depth and some kind of Easter eggs and callbacks to the original game in this one. Don't let that slow you down though if you prefer to jump straight into the sequel, which is what we're going to be checking out today. This is a great title for anyone who likes point-and-click adventures. For example, like The Case of the Golden Idol, Old Skies, Rosewater, and as I'm recording this, the game has been published for just about 10 days, has already gathered almost 300 very positive reviews. So if you like what you see in this video, then you can check out the game on Steam. Links are down below in the description and the pinned comment. As I'm recording this, there is a discount on Steam for the first and second game in a bundle together, so you could get the full experience at a discounted price. Let's check it out. All right, let's jump straight in here with a new game. Mature audiences, depictions of horror, explicit violence, suicide, and other disturbing imagery. Kids, go to bed. Don't watch this one. That's enough for you. You've been warned. Day 1, 1998. That's how you know it's not for kids, because this started long before all you kids were born. Okay.
We're closed.
Insistent knocking continues.
For fuck's sake.
Language. This Raw Fury, you're gonna get me censored on YouTube.
Hey, kid.
Hey, kid, yourself.
Lucas.
There's my segue.
I know the feeling.
Did you hear the news on the Soothsayer?
Tell me more.
I never took you for a sucker, Lucas. This is Cassidy. There's no way that reward is legit. It's about as likely as Mildred turning vegan and taking up juggling.
I'd like to see that.
Come on, one more case, for old time's sake. 50-50 split. How could anyone beat my rugged charm and your youthful vigor?
Lucas, we both know you're about as charming as a clown at a funeral. And the last time I saw my vigor was 3 tequila bottles ago.
All right. I know what I'm beat. I'll drop it.
Look, thanks for the tip. I might actually take a shot at that bounty, but you need to accept that we're not a team anymore. We had a good run, but I have my own thing going. Look, see? My name is on the frosted glass and everything. May the best woman win.
You telling me I'd look good in a dress? Later, kid.
Haha, banter.
Bye, Lucas.
All right. The Soothsayer. Let the case
it's not
begin.
like I have anything better to do. I should have information on the Soothsayer somewhere in this room.
Now we're talking.
All right. I found a few interesting articles about the most recent murder.
Go on. Articles, you say? At age of 49, the one and only Deborah Sinclair was tragically taken from us. She was stabbed to death on May 8th in her iconic cabin. The chilling signature mirror left in the scene made it clear that she had become yet another Soothsayer victim. Okay, iconic cabin. Sources, no sign of a break-in, nothing stolen. Acute blood loss. Sharp force trauma. Strikingly similar. Original casualty of the Soothsayer, Rose Taylor, also middle-aged woman. 5 victims in 3 months. Mayor Adams, following statement on May 11th, I hope to see swifter progress. The chief of police had no comment. Okay. Mine closed. Dock strikes. Science fair winners. This town is not doing well. Okay. Let's check out the books. Oh, you got something to say, Kathy?
All right, I think that's everything I've got on Deborah in here. When I'm ready to leave, I should be able to learn more about the other victims at the library.
Library! That's right, it's 1998. Deborah Sinclair.
Various reference books and technical manuals. Just out.
Yeah, right. What else we got? Phone?
Thankfully, I don't need to make any calls right now. Every time I pick that thing up, I pray there's still a dial tone.
Ouch, things are not going well. To the living area. Let's start living! Mirror? Always check.
Uh-oh. That's quite a tequila face you got there, Kathy.
Always check the mirror mechanics in a game. Bike tools, don't think that's going to be useful right now, maybe later. Makeup brush, yes. Let's
This might be useful.
make ourselves a bit more presentable. Let's see what this town has to offer. A hard-boiled female detective like myself. Ooh, nice. Style. Okay, let's head to the library. With a bike like that, where else would we go? To the library! Oh, that's handy. Okay, hold spacebar and you can see everything interactive. Map, plaque, plant, umbrellas, poster. Poster?
No thanks. Ballet is not my kind of scene.
Okay, let's go straight to the librarian.
Hi, I need some help, please.
Of course. How can I be of assistance?
Let's ask about Deborah.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
Yes, we do. We do indeed.
What
Books.
kind of books did Deborah write?
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two.
Appropriate.
Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and the Jenny Payne trilogy are some of her most well-known titles.
Huh, okay. Was she working on a new book when she died?
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any details to share.
Was she killed for her book? Was it too good? Was she popular?
Was Deborah a popular author?
Oh, yes. Even before her death. Afterwards, her popularity has reached astronomical
That
levels.
was quick.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Correct. 6 months wait
6 months?
minimum.
Yeah, I figured.
What's a semi-popular author of horror to do to boost their sales to astronomical levels? Private
What do you
life.
know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully. Perhaps in some part due to her roots, Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion.
Interesting.
She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are quick to jump to conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public.
I mean, this is
If you are
1998.
curious to learn more, I would highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks.
Murder.
What do you know about the murder?
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death. The police say the MO was similar to the other victims, with the shattered mirror and all that.
Where's this writer's retreat located exactly?
There's an area called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right. Got
Bear
it.
Creek.
That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow.
Sounds good. Tomorrow, to the forest. Okay. Thank you very much. We could ask about the
I'm
Soothsayer.
looking to find some information on the Soothsayer.
Ah, quite a few people.
I'll
That's
bet.
so. Well, I'm not scared of a little competition.
Yes. I would direct you to the microfilm viewer at the end of the hall.
Microfilm.
We have
Yes.
full scans of all of the major newspapers dating all the way back to the 50s.
Perfect. I should be able to browse those for some articles about the murders.
Those were the days.
Indeed. If I may ask, what is your own interest in the case?
Moolah, monsieur.
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and money is tight, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
Ouch. Come on, dude. All right. Thank
Thanks.
you.
I'll come back if I have...
Very well.
Magazine rack. Computer.
A workstation for the librarian. If I...
Post office boxes. Let's find the microfilm. Bookshelf.
If I need a book, I should use the computer.
Sounds like a plan. Search. Oh, let's do Unbound. Yes, synopsis. Takes the form of a series of interviews by Sinclair's long friend and colleague, Stephen Collins. Thank you. Let's search Soothsayer. Alright, now wait. Stephen Collins. The Mauve Affair. Award-winning depiction of a botched bank robbery told by a group of unreliable narrators. Captivating story about a bank robbery, a nurse held hostage, a journalist. Masterfully weaves twists and turns. Though never officially confirmed, the Mauve Affair has been rumored to contain ghostwritten chapters by several other authors. Interesting little tidbit. Deborah Sinclair. Wait. How do we spell her name? Let's get back here. Deborah Sinclair. Okay. Whoa, it's a lot of books. Stage Fright Theater, Storm Chaser, Thorns of the Wild. I'm in all honesty, I'm looking for any book she wrote about faking their own someone who faked their own death. Mysteriously disappeared. Now, she was... Yeah, the police said she was killed by, sharp force trauma, so there was probably a body. Difficult to fake your death. It wasn't just a disappearance. Native American warrior. Stop the murderer from killing again. Can she escape, clear her name? That sounds familiar. Jenny Payne. Ah, this is the trilogy. Second chapter. To Europe to investigate her family's mysterious past. Traveling around. The guidance. A remote forest cabin. Unseen force. Delusion blurs. Evermore. Dead ends meet. Obsessed with reuniting in the real world. Mysterious and ruthless adversary. And afflicted. Okay. I think that's a good start for now. Microfilm shelves. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into the deep research.
Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by... Microfilms containing images of scanned newspapers. They're organized by calendar date. Some antique world map centered on the U.S. It's one of those advanced microfilm viewers.
Okay. Microfilm shelves. How do I get these microfilms?
Microfilms containing images...
Okay, but I can't pick them up and put them in the viewer?
Anything I print should appear here. I think that includes printouts from that microfilm viewer at the end of...
Okay, so I'm able to print.
Okay, let's see here. It would take ages to look through all the microfilms since the killings began. So maybe I can figure out on what date the murder prior to Deborah's occurred. Hopefully I can deduce the date of the previous murder from the articles I picked up at the office. When I have a good date written down, I can view the corresponding microfilm and look for useful information.
Okay. Notebook. No, we want the...
I should close my notebook first.
Yes. We will do that. Let's see. The previous... Strikingly similar to the original casualty of the Soothsayer. The original casualty, that's not the previous one, makes 5 victims in 3 months. Following statement on May 11th. I'll be the first to admit the chief of police had no comment. On May 11th. So, Deborah was killed on May 8th in her cabin. Over the past 3 months, there have been 5 victims. On May 11th, that's after Deborah was stabbed. Wait, we have other magazines. Okay, Deborah Sinclair. 5th victim. The previous victim, Jane Doe, suspiciously anonymous name, was slain on the publication anniversary of Storm Chaser, one of Sinclair's classic novels. The murder occurred in Sinclair's famous writing retreat. Anniversary of Storm Chaser. Okay, there it is. Anniversary of Storm Chaser. Storm Chaser. On April 25th. Okay? April 25th. April 25th. Yes.
All right, I've got a date written down. I can use that to find the corresponding microfilm.
Excellent.
Yeah, this date should be good. I'll search through a week or so of microfilms, starting from the date I've written down. Hopefully I can find some useful information on the previous victim.
Hopefully indeed. Show me your skills, Gathke. Let's see what you can do with that microfilm.
Yes, there we go. I'll have these printed.
I miss that kind of research. Open up dusty books, going through microfilm, printing out pages,
highlighting. Rinse and
highlighting.
repeat. I should try to determine the previous microfilm date based on the information in these new pages.
Okay.
That way I can make my way back from article to article, victim to victim, until I get all the way to the first murder. Let's see here.
All right. Jane Doe burns Jane Doe alive. That's that's brutal. Cranked up the heat. God. Come on, guys. The death occurred in the night of April 25th. Difficult to discern. The lack of a struggle could mean that the victim was incapacitated, but the condition of the body gives little clarity. Picking a public site for this was a risky position for the Soothsayer, but he may have banked on the fact that distant witnesses would assume that the fire came from a nearby fire pit. Let Ed, Cassidy Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown, and his team do their job. Full confidence for our extensive coverage of the previous victim. Deacon Townsend see issue 842. Issue 842. Okay, this is issue 845. Weekly news. Okay, so 3 weeks previously, this is April 29th. 3 weeks previous. This is still about Jane Doe, I suppose. Charred remains. Killings have all occurred in the greater Cassidy area. To the following. As of May 1st, the so-called Soothsayer slayings will be investigated by a dedicated task force of 8 senior detectives, hand-picked. Asked if the FBI would be involved. There is no federal jurisdiction. I have no further comment. Okay. So. Okay. 29th, and it was 1, 2, 3 weeks before.
The King of Kings is a Catholic church here in the city. The adjacent rectory was where the third Soothsayer victim, Deacon Townsend, was killed. I'm not sure where exactly this church is, but I should be able to find out.
And what do you do in the pre-internet era? You ask a librarian, because librarians knew everything. They were the original internet, or for the really young kids out there, the original ChatGPT. Let's go ask Librarian GPT.
One more thing.
Yes?
King of Kings?
Do you know anything about the...
I'm not familiar with...
No? Really?
What do you know...
Not much, unfortunately.
What do you know...
Apart from Deborah Sinclair.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
Librarian GPT is
Very
broken.
well.
He's not familiar with King of Kings Church. Big Catholic Church? Small Catholic Church? Is Cassidy really that big of a city that the librarian doesn't know where a church is? All right. Can I not go there yet?
Not yet. I'll focus on research today.
All right, then let's go home. We must have a map of the city at home. Like, what self-respecting detective would not have a map? Map? Picture of Cassidy. Books?
Various reference... Just outdated...
Phone book. I remember how you found places and things.
The yellow pages. Handy for looking up...
Let's look up. There we go.
Great. I've got the address to the church. I'll head over there tomorrow.
For anyone born after the age of phone
I think it's time to see what I
books,
can find about the Azure Sky Motel. It's likely in this phone book here.
that is probably the most difficult puzzle in the early parts of this game to figure out. You should look into a phone book to find the address of a business or church.
Got
That
the
is
number.
funny.
I'll call first and see if a visit makes sense.
Okay,
God
young
knows I have to be careful with those last drops of gas left in the bike.
phone book, good. And let's check out. Wait. Yeah. Did we get the
Doing
address?
that once was enough.
We got the address already. Okay. Youngins out there, tell me in the comments if that would have been difficult for you to figure out. You should look in the phone book.
That cranky drawer is stuck good. I know Eileen had some magic trick to get it open.
I find that funny. But historically accurate. 1998. That's how you would find things. Very straightforward and logical for anyone born before the internet era. I've said too much.
Not yet. I'll focus on research today and head to the murder scenes tomorrow.
Oh. Okay, so I should go home and sleep. It's important to be well rested to be an effective detective. Okay. We can double click to teleport, always helpful. Bed.
I wish, but if I don't shape up and get some work done, I'm gonna end up sleeping somewhere.
Okay. We'll automatically go to bed when you've completed the daily tasks. Okay. So, follow up on the clues.
I should see if I can find out more about Rose Taylor. I bet somebody at the motel has some useful information to share.
Okay. So then maybe we can just call, which would explain why we wrote down the phone number. Ring, ring. Please use the sound effect. Close enough. Close enough.
Thank you for calling the Azure Sky Motel, your oasis in Cassidy.
Sure.
How may I help you?
Sounds heavenly.
Hi there. This is Kathy Rain from Rain Investigations. I have some questions.
Click.
All right, then.
Ask carefully. Shoot. Who is the victim here? Rose Taylor, right?
So, I hear that one of your tenants was murdered back in February?
Just,
Rose Taylor.
you know, as one
Oh,
does.
shit. Here I thought the boys in blue ransacked this whole place just for shits and giggles.
Love
that
your...
happens more often than you'd think. Come on, man. Help a girl out.
Sorry for the attitude, but you know you're the umpteenth person to ask about that, right?
I get that, so how about we stick with the short version?
Fine. No, I don't know anything that isn't in the papers.
Hmm.
No, you can't see the room. It's rented out. And even if you did go in there, there's nothing that the cops or cleaners haven't removed since friggin' February.
Thank you for saying friggin'.
Understood. So, what about the next of kin?
Yeah, he came by later to pick up the personal effects. I just met the guy for a few minutes.
Did you catch his name?
I did. But I don't think he'd appreciate me giving out his name to some random lady on the phone.
I am a bit offended, actually. I'm not some random lady. I'm a licensed private investigator.
Not the time,
and a
Kathy.
renowned one at that. Ever hear of the Whitmore affair?
That does sound familiar.
Well, that was me. Now, here's a friendly piece of advice. Choose the path of least resistance.
Threats already.
I can be a much bigger pain in the ass than this Mr. Taylor, believe me.
All right, fine. It's Orson. Orson Taylor.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
Orson Taylor. Okay, so now we're stalking murder victims or family members of murder victims.
That's all, thanks.
You're welcome.
Have a great day too. All right, back to the phone book. Orson Taylor.
All right, found the husband's number. Here's hoping he's willing to talk to me.
Yeah, he's probably going to have an unlisted number soon, but phone books would just come around, it was once a year, I think? So you could request to have your number unlisted, but it wouldn't take effect until later. Let's see if he got a new number. He's probably sick of PIs calling him. This is awkward. This is going to be uncomfortable.
You've reached the Taylors.
Yeah.
No one's home right now, but if you leave your details after the beep, I'll get back to you.
Beep!
Hi, Mr. Taylor. This is
Hi.
Kathy Rain, private investigator. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
I would
You can
have
reach me at 555-142-062.
I would have gone
Thanks
for
in
a
advance.
more.
Bye.
That's not an American phone number. That's missing
I think
missing
I
a
followed
digit
up on
for an
what I can
American
today
phone
for
number.
each of the different victims. Just one thing left to do. I noticed that the Gazette had the best coverage of the Soothsayer out of all the city papers.
Yes.
I think it's time to pay a dear old friend a visit.
You have dear old friends? Okay. Am I supposed to go there? No, yeah. I sleep automatically once the tasks for the day are done. The Gazette. I really want to get to the forest, like the cabin. I'm probably gonna have to go through the murder
All right,
locations
here
one
we
by
are.
one, aren't I?
Let's see how E is doing.
Hey!
Hello, sunshine. How's my favorite Christian reporter?
There's a pickup line.
What do you want, Kathy? I'm on a deadline here.
Ooh.
No small talk, huh? Can't I check in on a...
I wish, but we both know you only show up when
Oh.
you need something.
Rough.
Ouch. Well,
That's what I say.
I did have something I wanted to talk to you about.
I knew
Let's
it!
hear it then.
What was... Can I ask about... Yeah, which one was it? Yes, we want to ask about...
Can't argue with that. So, speaking of my, needs, what do you know about Kath?
Not much. You should ask Art.
Oh, we will.
He's much more up to date on that stuff, being our crime correspondent and all.
Perfect.
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see.
On to the art. Hi, Art.
Hopkins. Just the man I need to see.
That's so. This better be good.
Oh, it is. Let's jump
What
straight
do you
into
know
it.
about the Soothsayer?
What do I know? I made the Soothsayer.
There's a claim.
Before me, he was the Mirror Murderer, the Cassidy Ripper, or whatever derivative moniker those dullards at the Times or the Sun could muster up.
Oh, wow. So, what's your take on the guy?
I could see right through you, Rain. You're a bad apple, and it stinks all the way up here. Finally got a whiff of that reward, huh?
Yeah.
Can't blame a girl for trying.
Right?
You've got your sights on that money too, huh?
Doesn't. It's 200 fucking grand.
Language.
I got a
Art.
juicy new lead, too.
Jeez.
A new lead, huh?
It's 200
I doubt it's that
fishing
impressive.
grand.
Nice try. I'm not gonna slip up.
So, no clues
Word of
here.
advice. Go back to your cheaters and insurance frauds and leave the Soothsayer to the big boy.
You're a journalist. I'm a professional private eye.
A new lead, huh?
Nice try.
Okay.
All right, that's...
Okay, then.
Okay. Oh,
Nice view of the city from up here.
see anything useful?
Hey, Art, what's a synonym for disappointing?
Oh, it says someone needs to rehome their
Oh,
cat.
that's just me.
I'd be open to that, but Mildred would lose her shit.
Sorry, Summers couldn't resist. Let me think. Disheartening, dismaying, dissatisfactory.
I think I'm looking for a stronger statement.
Then I'd go with depressing, distressing, or maybe demoralizing.
Demoralizing. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Art.
Anytime, kiddo.
Hey, E, can I have one of your cards?
Sure, go ahead.
Interesting. I feel like that's gonna backfire.
A few family photos. Man, her brother is a hunk.
Easy there, Kathy.
Cute
Toy
little frog. E has had that thing as long as I've known her.
What was that stupid shortcut to reset the layouts?
Control-Shift-L, I think.
Some old sports trophy. Guess Art was into that in his oh-so-distant youth.
Try hitting escape.
Oh,
Vintage, huh? I remember that. Something about a corrupt church. When the story broke, the place was shut down and some of the higher-ups went to
Wait,
jail.
wasn't that our case? Like the whole church
I adore
cult
this
thing?
new office.
All right.
Finally out of that gloomy dungeon. Hey, Art?
Let's get out of here.
you could say that again.
I think we were done there, right? Do we have somewhere else to go? Shoot, we don't. Are we not done there? Let's talk to Eileen again?
Hey, E.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Shoot. Art's
What
new
do you
lead.
know about this new lead that Art supposedly picked up on the Soothsayer?
Nothing? I don't work with him directly.
Maybe you could find out?
Yes.
No, Kathy. I respect Art. I'm not gonna mess with his story.
I respect art too, but who's to say what art is? Is art not whatever you perceive it to be?
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
She respects Art too much to do a little digging, huh? That guy's a grade A asshole. It shouldn't take much to bring that out front and center.
Okay. Yes, we have tasks. Find Art's
How's that
new
little
lead.
beeping pal of yours?
Turn
Oh,
E
you mean
against
Agatha,
Art.
my virtual pet?
Now?
Yes, that silly electronic Japanese thing.
Okay, so
Can I pick your brain for just a few more moments?
I think
You're lucky.
religion might be kind of a dividing topic, so let's ask him about this article.
That's quite the story you've got framed up there on that wall.
Oh, yes. One of my proudest accomplishments.
Tell me more. What made you decide to investigate
what made
the church?
You decide to investigate the church?
That's what I said.
I had a family member in that parish. They told me some strange stories.
Uh-huh. Must have been tough to ruin a loved one's place of worship.
Must have been tough to ruin a loved one's place of worship.
They're better off, believe me. I'd prefer to keep them out of organized religion altogether, but at least now they're no longer associated with goddamn criminals.
Come on, E. Uh-huh.
What was the fallout? Some people were arrested, right?
If by some you mean a lot, yeah. 12 people charged, 9 convicted, and about 100 years of prison times.
Damn.
I sure did.
Uh-huh.
That's a shame. They didn't have
Let's
to punish the whole
play
congregation
devil's
just because the
advocate.
leadership was corrupt.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That place was rotten to the core.
Uh-huh.
Ahem.
Yes, it's working. It's working.
It must have taken...
Half a year undercover. Now that's a proper investigation.
He went undercover into the cult.
That's dedication. Lots of sermons to listen to, I take it?
Yes.
Too many. I could feel my gray matter shrinking with every psalm, hymn, and other delusion thrown my way.
Thank you. That should do it.
All right, that's...
Okay then.
Oof. I don't think Art's Eileen's favorite person right now.
Yes. Maybe we hit it too hard? Too heavy?
Hey, one...
Yeah?
Maybe you could just,
Man, I'm itching to know what Art's new lead on the Soothsayer is.
I bet, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Not that he's been my favorite person lately.
You could still find out, right? Don't you want to ruffle that arrogant prick's feathers a bit?
Come on,
Well-
Eileen.
Pretty please.
Okay, fine. I'll try, but no promises.
You're the best.
Small promises?
Either that or I'm just a slow learner.
Alrighty, it's getting late. I'm gonna get out of your hair before Art rats me out and calls security.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not as bad as you think, Kathy. You guys are actually quite alike.
Seemed like it actually.
Oh God, you better take that back before you make me take up smoking again.
I have no doubt you'll be able to resist the temptation. Bye, Kathy.
Bye-bye. All right. Looks like we've gotten through day 1. Evening 1, okay. Hello. Go on.
Rain Investigations.
Kathy, it's me, Eileen.
Yes.
Hey E, what's up?
Oh, just burning the midnight oil. So, I wanted to let you know that I found Art's new lead on the Soothsayer.
Yes.
Amazing. Do tell.
Well, you know those people who were killed? Apparently,
I
they
do.
were all under the influence of some sort of illegal drug.
Interesting. What type of drug?
I'm
Ayahuasca.
not sure. But this toxicology report here says that the street name is Pyre.
Pyre.
Never heard of that one. I better go ask Lionel.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel? Who is that?
My well, a friend of mine, that's all.
Smooth.
Uh-huh.
Smooth, Kathy,
Yeah,
smooth.
I'd say you should take better care of yourself, Kathy, but you've heard it all before.
Pretty much, but seriously, thanks, E. I owe you one.
Don't worry about it. Oh, and by the way, you know Meadow, that friend I was telling you about?
Yes.
Yeah, what about her?
She said you can come see her tomorrow. She's got an RV over on the west side, Sycamore Lane 21.
Perfect. I'll go talk to her in the morning.
Okie dokie. I gotta get back to work now, but I guess I'll see you around?
You bet. Catch you later, E.
And
Hi,
we
Kathy.
never saw her again. Pyre.
Pyre, huh? I better call the cop shop and ask Josh about that.
What happened to the drug dealer? Now?
You've reached Detective Everett, Narcotics. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Josh, this is Kathy Rain.
Hey.
Been a while, huh? Let's meet and catch up. I have something I want to run by you.
Uh-huh.
Hit me up at my work number, will ya? Okay, bye. All right, I guess that's that. Let's see if Lionel is at his usual spot.
We're going out now? It's late. All right. Usual spot. Getting lots of locations we need to check out. Hey there. You're not dressed suspiciously at all.
Hey, what's up, Lionel?
Hey, girlfriend. You here for the white stuff?
Not this time, buddy.
Whoa.
Oh, you broke?
Well, I am, but that's not...
You just broke. Well, I ain't giving you a tab. I'd never see my money back.
I don't want a fucking Coke tab, Lionel. I just had some questions.
Oh, what's with the hostility, girl? There's no reason to be unsavory among friends.
Sorry, rough day. Can I run something by you?
Go on, then. I suppose I got some time to spare.
Seems like it. All right. We wanted to ask about Pyre.
Do you know Pyre?
Oh, yeah. Strong trip, they say. I'd love to get my hands on some
Hard
of
to
Hard
get,
to come
you
by,
say.
I take it?
Uh-huh.
that. No doubt. I never got so much as a whiff of the stuff.
Oh, really? Who's slinging?
No one I know. Sketchy motherfuckers, though, whoever they are.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Well, for one, you won't find them on the corner like us, regular hard-working candy men.
Yeah, you're all salt of the earth. How do they conduct business that...
Well, they pretty much don't.
Huh?
I'm not following.
Well, join the club, 'cause it's some real candid camera shit. Every now and then, one of them dope fiends starts yapping on about some creepy fucker giving them pyre, and it's always on the house. Trying to run an honest pusher out of business.
Some kind of obtuse marketing tactic?
If it is, those people sure as hell ain't capitalizing on it.
Some half-assed DEA honeypot operation, then?
No way. The feds don't give a fuck about Cassidy, trust me.
Who are these fiends, then? Got any names?
Nah, I don't ask for names. And the junkie clientele all look the same to me, no offense.
Ha. So you don't know anyone who could get pyre? Some drug dealer you...
Now, I didn't say that. There is this one person who just might be able to pull it off.
Yeah?
A friend of the boss. Ultra wealthy connoisseur. Tries everything once, apparently. Rich. I mean old money rich. Deeply connected.
Quite the sales pitch. Are you gonna give me a name or just leave a girl hanging in suspense?
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Surely a gumshoe such as yourself is well aware that information is a commodity.
I told you, I'm fucking broke, Lionel.
Kathy, language.
And I ain't deaf. We're talking a simple exchange. If you find out who's slinging pyre, you send the Love Lion a word.
Deal. Loaded guy's name.
It ain't a guy, strictly speaking. It's one of those, transsexual types. Prefers to go by the name Hannah Verdu.
Verdu? That rings a bell. Some French family, right? Mine owners?
You tell me. Sounds about right.
The mine closed. Hannah Verdu. Okay.
So what do you know about Hannah Verdu?
Not much, but I know she owns and runs a place on the south side. The Club of Hearts.
Catchy name. Casino?
Poetry club, if you can believe that.
I can. Sure sounds like an appropriate waste of money for a Verdu.
Yeah. I suppose those motherfuckers ran out of
Lionel.
rooms to put golden bathtubs in.
Language.
Either that or mammoth wool rug suddenly went out of style.
There are kids watching. Okay, Club of... Give me an address.
So that poetry club.
Southside. That's all I know. Never patronized my...
Okay.
That's it.
Until next time.
Oops. Wait. Whoa. Okay, what do we got here? Tasks. Look up... Okay. So, let's go home. We've got a phone book to utilize. Bring on the yellow pages. Hello, you tomb of endless information. Yeah, let's go straight to the business.
All right, found an address. They're not open until Friday night, though.
Friday night?
Guess I'll have to wait a... Ooh, I'm beat. You want to hit the sack, girl? Meow. Come on, then.
Let's do it. Let's hit the sack. Let's hit it hard. Uh-oh. Something's gonna happen in the night. Dreams, perhaps.
So, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, I know, kid. Time to move on, huh?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
I wouldn't be much of a PI if I couldn't see the writing on the wall for this one. It was nice having you around, though, kid. You spruced up the place, I gotta say.
Well, don't get lazy without me. I'm sure you still have a couple of years of detective work left in you.
Oh, that's all I need. Just a couple of more cases. Then I'm riding off into the sunset.
What's going on, Lucas?
What do you mean? Something wrong with my vacation outfit? I've always been a sun-kissed kind of guy.
Weird. Day 2.
Ooh, okay, Kathy. Enough loitering. Time to get back out there. You've got places to be.
We do. Let's see what places we have to be. What's up? Investigate Deborah's cabin. Yes, let's go to the cabin. We're going to go straight to the cabin. Ask Meadow about mirrors. Investigate the church. So many things to do. Oh my goodness. We're not going to manage all this in one day. Let's see if we can go straight to the cabin. I want to see the cabin. Finish day 1.
I should listen to my messages before I leave.
We need mountains and forests.
Let's see here.
Need a breath of fresh air.
This is Orson Taylor. I only have one thing to say to you.
Let me guess.
Eat shit and die.
Orson, language.
You heard me. I'm sick of being harassed by vultures like you.
Understandable.
Stay the hell away from me and my family.
I mean, we are...
Yeah, I get it, bud. No need to be an asshole.
Kathy, language. We are trying to find his wife's killer. Like, no, that doesn't... Okay.
Let's see what this other message
We're taking
says.
no for an answer? Really, Kathy? I'm disappointed.
Hey, Josh here. Busy day today, but I'll swing by your office tonight after my shift. Alright? See you later.
That's better. Hopefully he can give me some insight on Pyre. All right, that's it for messages.
We've got another lead on Pyre, though. All right, let's see if we can go to the cabin.
What's this?
What? Oh, a message. Stay away.
Pyre is the key. Damn, this T knows what I'm up to. The question... Well, I'll worry about that
Spooky.
later.
Yeah. No need to be concerned about mysterious messages from people who seem to know everything you're thinking. Following you to your drug dealer and whatnot. Okay, to the cabin! Bear Creek, yes. Okay, we're gonna check out Bear Creek, take a look around. Oh, hello. And then we're probably gonna end this video. Reading Man. Shrine, cooler, window, birdhouse, mailbox. Hello, reading. Well, it's not. Ignore him. He's in a wheelchair.
Hey there, buddy.
Welcome, visitor. You may place your tribute to our lost legend, Deborah Sinclair, on this rock. To your right.
Oh, great. I'll get on with that in a minute. Who are you?
Name's Randy Mulkins, president of the one and only SSS.
SSS?
Sinclair's Saga Squad, of course. From whence do you hail, fair lady?
Boy.
Oh, I live over in the city.
I mean, which fan?
Oh,
Multiple fan clubs? Sure.
Dazzling Debbie's Chapter Chasers, of course.
Never heard of it. Must be local?
Sure, let's go with that.
Yep. Yes, quite local. I'm Kathy, by the way. Kathy Rain.
Oh, that's a lovely name. It sounds like a character in a book.
Well, I certainly have days when I wish I was made up.
Whoa, that's deep.
Do you mind if I ask you a few things?
Always happy to talk to a fellow fan.
Uh-huh.
So, let's
oh boy.
talk about
I'm
Deborah.
gonna ask a super fan
My
about...
favorite topic. Don't mind if we...
I'll bet.
Do you know if Deborah was writing a new book when she...
Oh, yes. Years in the making. Shrouded in mystery. Now we'll never get to...
Do you know what it was about?
I wish, but no. Deb was tight-lipped about that one. All she stated publicly is that it wasn't a sequel.
Do you know what
So,
happened?
her death...
Well, I follow the news like everybody else. I didn't think much of the killings. These things happen. But never in a million years would I expect poor Deb to become a victim.
So, do you know the sequence of events exactly?
Supposedly, some maniac came out here and stabbed her, right in this cabin. No sign of a forced entry, so either the door was open or she let him in.
Any idea of who would want to do that to her? Did she have any enemies?
No, everybody loved Debbie. Whoever did this is a twisted, sick person.
We still have
in
to
any
consider
case...
the possibility that it was, one of us.
A fan? No way. I refuse to believe that.
Well, what about the fact that one of the victims was killed on the anniversary of Storm Chaser?
Yeah, that's an odd one. Not sure what to think. But
Coincidence?
in the end, only the killer knows why he chose that date.
Would anyone benefit from her death then? Some relative who would get the book royalties, maybe?
Good question.
She had no close relatives, so I'm not sure who would be next in line. I'd be surprised if she had no written will, though. I bet most of that money will go to charity, benefiting Native Americans.
It was the Native Americans. No, sorry, strike that. I'm taking that back. But you always have to ask. Ki bono. Okay. Could be worth asking.
Do you know anything about scrying mirrors?
Scrying?
Not really. I just heard that they were connected to the murder.
Okay.
I'll
Worth
let
trying.
you get back to...
Don't be a stranger.
Indeed. Let's check out the shrine.
People have come by to pay their respect.
And can we go inside? The murder
Shoot,
cabin?
The cops didn't leave the door open. Just my luck, huh?
Wait a minute. Find a way inside the cabin. Well, if Mr. Superfan will just look away...
Ugh, just as I feared. An old cabin like this doesn't have a tumbler lock. Maybe Randy has some idea on how to get this...
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy?
Yep.
Door? No. Shoot. Ah. Okay, we're gonna ask him about the door.
So it would be pretty interesting to have a look inside the cabin.
Oh, I have definitely entertained the thought. Who wouldn't want a closer look inside the famous cabin of Deborah Sinclair?
So why not? There's no one else here. I won't tell if you won't.
That's so? I'm not sure your intentions are pure.
What would pure
Maybe
be?
if I knew you were a true fan of Deborah Sinclair.
Oh, fish.
Oh, but I am. I told you. I'm a longtime member of Dazzling Debbie's Chapter Chasers. You know, the old DDCC.
Yeah, quick thinking there.
Huh?
And she remembered the name.
And I guess you wouldn't mind answering a few questions about our favorite
Here we go.
author.
Of course not. That would be easy.
I'm glad. Let me just behold the official SSS membership application.
A written
Yikes.
quiz? Are you fucking serious?
Kathy,
You
language.
chicken. Yeah, I figured you were just a poser.
Bring it on.
Oh, shut up and give me that thing.
That's right.
There you are. Let me know when you're...
Yeah.
All right, that means to the library, but we're going to have to end the video here before going back to the library and doing some deep research about Deborah Sinclair to be able to impersonate a superfan and get into the cabin where she was murdered. Lots of other locations. We've just in day one, we've unlocked 10 different locations that we're going to have to explore, probably going back and forth. Lots of loose ends to tie up in this game, I can tell. And I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to say that there are 6 days in total for this story, but how long you actually spend on the game is probably going to depend on whether you hunt down each little side quest and Easter egg, and how good you are at solving the puzzles. Once again, thank you to Raw Fury, the publisher who has sponsored this video. Hope you all enjoyed that. Once again, you can check it out on Steam using the links down in the pinned comment and the description. And there is currently a discount available if you buy the first and second game together in a bundle so you can have the full experience. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to be jumping into Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer and if you've played any other similar games to this. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Bye.